Bullish options traders race into Uber ahead of earnings. Options traders are betting that Uber shares will pick up speed when the ride-hailing giant reports earnings Thursday afternoon. Uber's stock is up more than 13% in the last week as sentiment around the company improves. There are plenty of bullish wagers in the options market that the stock is gearing up for an even bigger breakout. Calls outweighed puts 2 times to 1, but I'd like to note that earlier in Wednesday's session, that ratio topped out at about 4 times to 1. Moving ahead to this Friday, if you look at the at-the-money straddle, options are implying about an 8% move in either direction between now and then. XP Investments Managing Director Bonian Eisen said Wednesday on CNBC's Fast Money. Many of the bullish bets placed during Wednesday's session were targeting Friday's weekly expiration date, and the day's most active contract was targeting the upside of that implied move. The trade that really popped out to me was the August 7th expiration, so this Friday 35 strike call, Eisen said. That traded about 5,000 times for about 54 cents, putting your break-even at $35.54, or about 7% higher than current at the money. Uber was trading about 3% higher Thursday afternoon.
Check out Uber revving up ahead of tomorrow's earnings report, and options traders are betting the stock really hits the gas when the numbers cross the wire. Let's get to Bonian Eisen with the action. Hey, Bonian.
How's it going? So heading into earnings, calls outweighed puts 2 times to 1, but I'd like to note that earlier in the session, that ratio topped out at about 4 times to 1. Moving ahead to this Friday, if you take a look at the at-the-money straddle, options are implying about an 8% move in either direction between now and then. That's in line with what we've seen from earnings moves from the company over the last 4 fiscal quarters. And the trade that really popped out to me was the August 7th expiry, so this Friday, 35 strike call. That traded just over 5,000 times for about 54 cents, putting your break even at 35.54, or about 7% from current at the money. The buyer is betting that, the trend is going to continue. We're going to see volatile and positive momentum on the back of earnings. The seller, of course, is betting that this stock is going to stay in that 30 to 35 range that we've seen since about June.
Dan, you probably saw this action. Your thoughts?
I did. I follow everything that Eisen does over there, B-Ice as we call him. Listen, I think the way he laid this out is really interesting. The stock has just had this 10% roof in the last 3 days or so. If you want to play for a breakout above 35, above resistance, you do it with short-dated calls and you play for that short squeeze, but you don't want to be long this thing breaking 30 to the downside.